on to the next character, who's probably going to be following mostly the same path as Yukimura's campaign. Granted, I was a fan of Yukimura's campaign, so that's not going to work too hard against her. Let's just see how they decide to give her story a different flavor than his. Probably would make more sense for our bodyguards to be ninjas, since we're probably going to be a number of ninja things as this distinctly ninja character. Not that they got that many level ups when they were working with Hanzo earlier in the game.
さて、謙信の相手をしてやるぞ。別動隊は海津城方面より西女山へ奇襲をかける。本隊は兵を割いたこと悟られぬよう奮戦せよ。
Excuse me for thinking that the distraction force should probably fight a lot more fiercely to make sure that the secondary force doesn't have to fight through as many troops as we will just to get where we need to be.
お見事な腕前で。手強い敵のようですね。いざ参る。手強い。手強い敵のようですね。
Okay, Yukimura, the way is clear enough for you to start making a push to the objective point.
わしらも遅れは取らぬぞ。
My lord, the entire point of this plan is for the secondary force to take a majority of the glory. Or did you forget that, since it's been quite a long time since I let that cutscene at the start of numerous characters' campaigns play out? Okay, if they're willing to accept the lone ninja arriving up here as the objective complete, who am I to complain? Still, let's deal with the lone officer up here so Yukimura and his troops only have to worry about the nameless grunts on the way up here. Couldn't they have at least made the bare few soldiers with Shingen look like important officers? Something to help explain the lack of people on screen in this battlefield at a given time? And all the people who were near Shingen decided to disappear altogether within the same cutscene. I swear, the more I see some of these repeating cutscenes, the less I like them, which is part of why I keep skipping the one at the absolute start.
そなたは一刻も早く本陣へ戻れ。ここは私たちで何とかする。
You need to make it to the enemy to start holding them off. Still, I appreciate the sentiment. Anyway, let's get moving towards the main camp and see if we can improve Shingen's chances for a while. Part of me wants to say we don't need a tutorial on these sorts of paths this far into the game. But to be fair, Konoichi and Hanzo are the only ones who can jump that high. Okay, I don't think that saved us nearly as much time as I was expecting. But then I was expecting it to let us jump over the river altogether. How can you even see a scowl when you're not even able to see his eyes from that angle? Yeah, like you're gonna be able to do anything to the leader of the Uesugi clan when you don't even have a distinct appearance.
バカな。このまま押し切るぞ。
手強いな。手強いようだな。
So, Shingen, do you think a ninja should start helping the majority of your army?
見くびるでない。わしなら心配無用。それより
Oh, it's not that we think you're frail, it's that your army is taking quite a beating down here. That's for damn
必
sure.
要である。
なんか含みのあるセリフ
Really? Your officers are currently surrounded and will likely take plenty of casualties, but you want to joke about the ninja's love life? I know you're going for the whole grandfather to his men sort of deal, but that just feels off. So if you'll excuse me, I am not going to be in any hurry to help Yukimura when there's plenty we can do to limit the casualties up here. And I know I said it before in this LP, but dear God, if you're going to have characters claiming that their armies are clashing while in formation, then make sure what we see on the mini-map at least implies that is actually the case.
手強いな。
弱い相手のようじゃ。
Well, that's no surprise, though I'd prefer if the famed generals could show some more intelligence.
敵将討ち取った
我らもこの勢いに乗るぞ。負けるわけにはいかぬぞ。
Very easy to hold nothing back when you don't have much in the first place. Have I said that before in that repeating line? I don't remember, but it's certainly possible in an LP this long.
手強い敵のようですね。
敵将討ち取った
わしらも遅れは取らぬぞ。
真田の軍略。
Huh. Impressive that Yukimura's army is fighting alongside the rest of the Takeda clan, when Yukimura himself is still struggling to find his way up the hill. I'm getting the distinct feeling we're going to need to hold his hand as he works his way up. And I'll get to that once we've taken down a few more officers. Konoichi seems to be one of the least suited characters for dealing with crowds. But then, she's a ninja and this is her first mission. It's perfectly understandable.
油断するな。
敵将討ち取った
遅れは取らぬぞ。続け。ここまでですね。
Oh, you damn well better last, since there's still a number of troops between you and the enemy.
さてと行くかね。
手強い敵のようですね。
Glorious health. Just what we need before dealing with the next officer. If anything, the game somehow feels more interesting when we're playing as a character that can't just casually rip through hundreds of enemies with ease. Helps make us feel like a badass with each more durable enemy we bring down. And will probably also help us feel like we're growing more powerful as the campaign continues. Though it doesn't help that we damn well know how good Yukimura is at doing crowd control. Yet somehow, he hasn't made any progress on his own for an obscene amount of time against a bunch of nameless grunts. I know he's not the player character right now, but really? Is it really too much to ask for our allies to be able to do the bare minimum when it comes to holding their own in a fight? It's vaguely excusable for the officers in the main force to be struggling against Kenshin and his one remaining officer. It's completely inexcusable for Yukimura to be completely stalled out when there aren't even any officers for him to deal with down here. Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks to Ranmaru trying to get Nobunaga to the escape point. Don't do this to me, Yukimura. Don't stall us out even more by fighting every single enemy in our path, trying to be a bloodthirsty bastard when you aren't capable of holding your own in a fight. Sure, it gives Konoichi a chance to up her kill count, but I don't really give a damn about our kill count. I just want to get the job done so we can move on.
おことこそ天下に名高き者の不じゃな。
And he's not even following the same route as us. Seems he just wants to be annoying right now. Sure, I could have had this done sooner if I didn't mess around with the enemy officers up north for so long, but can you blame me for thinking he had a chance to make a good amount of progress on his own? And that the troops up north needed plenty of help, given how much pressure the enemy was putting up there.
お主こそ天下に名高き強者であろう。
A great warrior who's not carrying his weight in his battle as much as he should. Seriously, there's gotta be a better way to give a game some difficulty than just either leaving the player character isolated or making our allies painfully incapable. Though, maybe I'd see less of that if I'd LP'd more modern games more frequently. I'm not entirely sure these days. No idea why that stutter happened, since we're doing the same thing we've been doing for the entire game. Just whacking some guys with our weapons. Please hurry, Yukimura. Even the birds are starting to yawn considering how long we're taking to get from point A to point B. I'd ask why the enemy has ninjas since they don't have any officers that are ninjas, but then it's not like it really matters. The AI is so simplistic in this game that there's only a fair few enemy types I don't like getting hit by, and that's less because they make me feel threatened, and more because they make us go flying and lose dignity. Not that the game has any meter to measure dignity, or that the meter that measures morale feels like it means anything despite popping up so often on the screen. Great, this is only the second time we've done this kind of escort, and I'm wondering why I didn't hit fast forward through a good deal of this mission. But then I was a little incredulous when it turned out that Konoichi had to do something this annoying when Shingen and Yukimura, the guys who are explicitly frontline warriors, didn't have to do the same thing in this same mission for the same faction. Sure, it's a difference in the mission that happens when you play as a different character, but still, it's not an especially interesting difference in the mission for us. Come on, Yukimura. It's not too far to the objective point now. Dammit, what's got him stalled out now? I didn't think we'd be outright babysitting this warrior for so long! And finally, it looks like he's moving again. And now that that objective is done, time for us to go after Kenshin and his remaining officer. I know we could have done that earlier, but I wasn't sure if this campaign is gonna let us get its idea of a good ending unless we do all the objectives in our path. The problem with rushing to the end is that sometimes you miss out on something.
劣勢か勝負を預けたぞ宿敵
Darn, I was hoping to shoot that guy off his horse. Not that it really matters, it's easier to deal with horsemen as Kunoichi than it was for Masamune at any rate. Well, Kenshin's got a longer health bar than his officers, but considering how many we've cut down to get used to working with this girl, I don't think he's got much of a chance. Not that I was all that worried if we ran into him before now anyway. We've beaten him far too many times, and with far too much ease in this game, to feel intimidated by him, even if we are using a new character. About time the big guy managed to land a blow on us. I was starting to wonder if he needed glasses. Apparently healing didn't do you too much good there, Kenshin. You have my sympathies for what little that's worth.
ブーン拙し
I'm afraid what you needed wasn't fortune on your side. What you needed was a player-controlled character for your faction.
野獣しすべしどこかねにゃ
Huh. For being unseen, they certainly did more damage on the open battlefield than I was expecting.